Today I'm going to be putting the new radiator in the Miata down there.
What's that?
Not bad looking welds. Not perfect, but $400 on eBay. The first step that I did was make sure I had it on the lift. Made sure it was stable, wasn't going to have any issues going making it up and down. Now the next step, we're going to be undoing the radiator cap. So that way it brings in more air, so when I do drain it, it's able to drain out faster and we're not going to be waiting forever for a little small stream. So I went ahead, took the radiator cap off, and then I went back over to the lift and I started lifting it up. The next thing that I did was try to get the drain plug out. Mine was really rounded for some reason. It could have been when I did the water pump and everything when I took the radiator out last time. But the Phillips head, the biggest one that I had, it wasn't working. So I grabbed the nip big pliers and slowly worked at it. I eventually did get it, and I was able to finish it off with my hand so I could drain it. The next step is going to be taking off this sensor right here on the right side. It goes to the fans, and there's also one on the left side. They both go to the fans. Each one basically controls the fans or powers the fans. The left one, right one, right one. And now we're going to take off this little hose and then the big main hose. After that's done, you gotta get the bottom hose. After you get the hoses, there's a bolt on this side of the radiator, right back there. There's also one on the other side, same place but on the other side. It's on the corner right there. It's just a 12 millimeter. I use the deep socket so it's easier, and then you take those out. So after you get those two bolts out, that's basically holding in the radiator, you should be able to pull it out. I forgot to do that sensor, so I went ahead and did that sensor. And then I went ahead and put the old fans on the new radiator so I could put the new radiator back in. Alright, now that you got the new radiator slipped down in there, you're just going to put the two bolts back on the side. Then you got to put the top radiator hose, do the two sensors on the side. I had a little bit of struggle with the bolts. Don't forget the bottom hose. And then after all the hoses are connected, you bleed it. I let it bleed for about 40 minutes. Alright, I'm back at my old house. I am toward the end of moving. I haven't slept in this house for like a week. I moved an hour away, so that's gonna be the real test. What you just saw was me at my job when I was doing it. I didn't just only do this. I had customers' cars I was working on too, so it's gonna be a voiceover, as you can probably already tell. The real test is gonna be when I drive back home to Dallas. It's about an hour. Usually, by the time I get like within 10-15 minutes of the house, probably like 30 minutes if I'm being honest, because it's so hot outside now. It would start overheating at idle. Like if I stop, it would overheat. I already have a new thermostat, water pump. I did all that. So I'm hoping this new radiator will be the key to fixing that. Right now I'm about to go over to Rudy's house, get some dog food, and I'm gonna head home. I'll see if anything happens, y'all know, but I'll see y'all at the house. Not overheating at all. I did a bunch of pulls on the way. Really gave it to her. So far so good. Just sitting here idling. I was speaking too soon. As soon as I said that, it started overheating at idle. The only thing that I could think of is the switch on top of the thermostat.